Well, I'm currently in my car right now, not in the main studio, but I'm going to be talking about this brand new Toy Story 5 news about this new character, the opening sequence that was all shown at this film festival today. So the new villain of Toy Story 5 will be named Lily Pad. This is a iPad character that is a frog. Kind of clever that they named her Lily and then Pad as like a frog. I'm like, okay, but they say that she's an antagonist because she has a different perception of what's best for Bonnie compared to the other toys. And we did get details that Bonnie will be 8 years old in Toy Story 5, which means that this movie will only take place 1 year after the fourth movie. The fourth movie ended with Bonnie in first grade, so assuming that she'd be 7 years old there, she'll be 8 now in second grade, which I kind of wish there was a bigger time jump, but I am excited to see what they're going to do here. And then the other thing is the whole thing about the sequence of Buzz Lightyears, which was the opening sequence of the movie. And this is actually the first opening sequence of Toy Story that is not a prequel, unlike Toy Story 3 or 4. And this is actually the first non-prequel opening since Toy Story 2, which both were Buzz Lightyear themed. The opening sequence with the Buzz Lightyears is they say they open with a storm crashing down, and these Buzzes crash on an island. And these Buzz Lightyears are said that they are malfunctioning, that they are stuck in malfunctioning toy mode, and there's over 50 of them. They also didn't confirm if Bo Peep was gonna come back either, but now we have over 3 plots for Toy Story 5. The first one is about the whole Buzz Lightyears, the other one is Woody and Bo Peep and them living their lost toy life, and then the other one is with Jessie, Buzz, and the rest of Bonnie's toys getting into conflict with this new iPad named Lily Pad. But the whole Buzz one, with them in this desert island, and Woody and Bo Peep out in the world, not in the kid's room, I think those two storylines can clash together, and when Woody sees a whole army of Buzz Lightyears, he's gonna immediately think of his friends, which might make him go back to them, and that's how he gets back to the toys from what we've seen in the concept art. I am questioning, like, why does this movie exist, kind of? But I am very much excited to see what they're going to do here. I think Lily Pad, in terms of an iPad actually being a villain, I do think that's very unique and different because she's not actually a toy that is a villain. All the other villains have been toys, but this one we're going with more of these objects like Forky or Knifey, now a tablet that is kind of just sentient and is alive for pretty much no reason. And the whole thing about the aspect of Buzz Lightyears, yes, it's a recycled idea, and Buzz was a villain in Lightyear, so he's going to be the antagonist again in Toy Story 5, but it does make sense why this is the opening sequence, and the fact that it's not a prequel means that we're not going to have any pre-established lore before this movie, which means we're probably not going to have any returning old characters either. We're just going to jump straight about a year after the events of Toy Story 4, and we're going to cut to the Buzz Lightyears, and then they said at the end of the scene, it did cut to Toy Story 5's tagline, and I think after that, we're going to see what Woody, Bo Peep, and her gang have been doing before cutting back to Jessie, Buzz, and their characters. And eventually, by the third act of the movie, I think all those 3 storylines of the Buzz Lightyears, Woody and Bo Peep, Jessie and Bonnie's toys will all clash together, and we'll probably have like a big epic showdown, or something at least, because how are you going to defeat these Buzz Lightyear army and the villains? I mean, there's 50 of them in total, so how are they going to handle all this? That's really what I'm excited about. Pixar did also announce a new animated film called Ghetto, which is about a black cat in Italy, will be directed by the Luca director. Funny enough, Luca did release June 18th, 2021, and this movie is releasing June 18th, 2027, and they're both by the same director and both set in Italy. Either way, they did show a new look at Hoppers, which does look cute, but again, unlike Toy Story 5, Ghetto, Incredibles 3, or the other Pixar films, Hoppers is the one I'm least excited about. It just doesn't look that interesting. It doesn't look like it's going to capture a lot of the Pixar magic, unlike what Elio is doing. I'm very much hyped for Toy Story 5. And what they're going to do. What do you guys think?